To the University of Pittsburgh family and Pitt Arts, welcome. I am Loren, and along with my fellow featured artists, we have recorded an epic virtual music experience that we are really happy to share with you. Thank you, Annabelle Klippinger, Director of Pitt Arts, for giving us this incredible opportunity. I hope you love it. Honest, original music from Pittsburgh's very own. Welcome to No Covers. What is your name?
My name is Cam Chambers.
What is your favorite animal and why?
My favorite animal is a lion, just because no matter where he goes, he asserts himself.
How would you describe your music?
I describe my music just as a vibe, just as long as you feel, no matter the emotion the song provokes, if it's happy, sad, if I can make you feel something, that's just the kind of music that I make.
How has the pandemic affected your artistry?
It's really made me lock in. It just made me take every day just like it's my last day to ever work on anything, and it's really made me focus in on what's important, what lyrics matter, and just the sounds of everything, that just the time. We don't have time to really make just everything, so I want to take the time to really make the important stuff right now.
What song will you be singing today, and what is the inspiration behind it?
My song today is called Reason, and the inspiration is just love, just undeniably just being in love with somebody and having a feeling of just, you just know. Yeah.
Where can we find your music?
Find my music anywhere where music is streamed: Tidal, Apple, Spotify, just all platforms.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go. Tried in my own and I ended up in last place. Yeah. Needed somebody to show me my mistakes. Yeah, I never thought that I could have something like you. Feel like a man each time we kiss, and that's the truth. Can't say I know which way to go, but I'll be cool as long as I got you. Girl, we'll go anywhere because, baby, you're the reason. Even through my doubts, I know that I need you. If you don't, you should know now. Got reasons, everybody wanna know how. Can't help falling in love. They say that love is a two-player game, and I'm ready to play. I'm ready to play, baby. Yeah. I need a girl who can come and embark on this journey with me. Always thought that love was only meant for fools, until that day when I had one good look at you. I'm down for everything, so tell me what's a move. That's all you gotta do. Whoa. Word. Baby, you're the reason. Even through my doubts, I know that I need you. You should know now. Baby, got reason. Everybody wanna know how. Can't help falling in love. Baby, you're the reason, even through my doubt. I know that I need you. If you don't, you should know now. Baby, got reasons. Everybody wanna know how. Can't help falling in love.
What is your name?
Kaylee Ivanchek.
What is your favorite animal and why?
Cats are definitely my favorite animal. I have them on my mask because they are so strange and independent creatures and curious, moody things. They seem to feel a lot, but as independent as they are, they still love to snuggle.
How would you describe your music?
It's folk music, but a little bit freaky, so freak folk.
How has the pandemic affected your artistry?
Overall, I haven't played anywhere since this all happened, obviously, so I'm very thankful for this event taking place, but this whole thing is so charged with varying opinions, and so in the midst of my honesty when writing, it comes out kind of preachy sounding, which I don't like to do. So I just haven't been that confident in releasing any of the new things I've written surrounding this whole situation. So if I ever do, maybe it'll be interesting, but it definitely needs polished first. So I'm struggling.
What song will you be singing today? And what is the inspiration behind it?
I'm singing an old song since my new stuff's just not ready yet. So the beauty of an old song is that it kind of revisiting it has reminded me of how far I've come in the progression of life, and also being relatively unknown. It's nice because you can still play old songs and it'll be new to the majority of people. So it's called My Very Sweet Friends, and it was inspired by a period of longing and romantic pain and ultimately acceptance of a situation, and just being thankful for all the situations, even if pain is involved in them. It's nice because it helps you grow. So that's that.
Where can we find your music?
It's all under the moniker Creature People, which is a recording project I have with my brother. So I write and will play solo, but I record them with my older brother under the name Creature People. So creaturepeople.org or Creature People on Spotify.
Last night, alone in the basement, I thought of what you said, and I shudder to think it just disappears. Was it all in my head? I don't know. I've never been certain of anything in all of my years. I don't know. But the silence, it kills me, and so I will drift away from the pain. I've no patience, darling, I'm weak and I'm afraid I can't sustain no. My heart is yellow as the desert flower. I know I'm a coward, I can't face this damn situation. I'll try to forget all the sweet things you said. Oh, oh. death of me. Love will be the death of me. And intentions won't cover reality. We are torn apart by selfish desires. There is a force that drew us together. I knew we were playing with fire. Oh, oh, oh. You're bound to get burned when you stand so close to such a powerful thing as love. Oh, 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 oh. Love will be the death of me. Love will be the death of me. Love, you can take me. Oh, my heart is yellow as the desert flower. I know I'm a coward. Still I long for 2 arms to hold me that won't let go. It seems you let me go, so I thank you. Thanks for the feelings, my very sweet friend. I wish you the happiest end.
It's said and done, mood point. I know. I really hate the talking stage. Why can nobody just stay? I probably ain't like you anyway. The guy that I was talking to the other day, we couldn't even get to the first date, let alone second base. 21 questions doesn't stimulate. I'd rather have a coffee face to face. Ask about my body count. It's been 2 days. Boy, you need to hydrate. I need y'all to tell me why. I need y'all to tell me why. Get past the small talk, we'll get to that later. My heart is full of steel, now we fucking with players. No lines to read between, let's put it on the table. There's no obligations, I ain't looking for a label. I'll drop you with a quickness or act fast. Ain't nobody different, so surface. You fuck with your ex-boy, get your bitch back. No genuine intention, I'm out ASAP. Oh, babe. Oh, babe. Oh, babe, babe, babe. Oh, babe, 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 babe.
I can give you love. I can give you one thing.
What is your name?
My name is Josiah Council.
What is your favorite animal and why?
My favorite animal, I really don't have favorite things like that, but somebody just told me if I was an animal, I would be a jaguar. So I'm feeling jaguars at the moment, and they're like blacked out. They're just cool, sleek. Like they're not as basic as like lions, you know what I'm saying? But they're still ferocious. So yeah, right now it's a jaguar, and they're blacked out. I'm like blacked out right now. So I guess I really embodied it and took this whole jaguar thing too serious. Jaguar, yeah.
How would you describe your music?
I dip into a lot of different genres, but right now I'm leaning more towards alternative R&B. It always has hip hop influences, gospel influences for sure. Those are just my roots.
How has the pandemic affected your artistry?
In the biggest way, I haven't been able to do shows lately with everything going on, which has been tough because that's my favorite part of this whole process of being an artist is being able to perform everything. So I'm glad I got to do this and have this opportunity to perform. But yeah, it's been tough not being able to do shows, but because I haven't been able to do shows, I've been doing music videos a lot. So a lot more content for people, and it's just causing, I think, all of us to approach everything a little bit more creatively and find new ways to, get in touch with the audience.
What song will you be singing today, and what is the inspiration behind it?
The song I'm singing today is called Overrated Dreams. This song is actually about someone. Usually a lot of my songs aren't. Since my first release, I haven't made a song about someone. So this song was just special, and it talks about, having strong feelings for a person and fearing you might not be able to express those feelings or might not get a chance to see where things go. So it's something like very close to me and heartfelt, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
Where can we find your music?
All of the major streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, anything from Deezer to Tidal, everything. Yeah, find me everywhere. YouTube, I got a ton of music videos. Check me out there. At Josiah Council on Instagram, the social media platforms, Twitter, everything like that. Check me out.
Wasn't supposed to be dating. All of a sudden you're naked. All of us knew you were taking the next plane. It wasn't vacation. Move far away, do I chase you? Could numb the pain with no chaser. So glad you came. Shouldn't kiss, probably better that way. But now that you're here, do we even care? Dreams came true, you wouldn't go anywhere. So overrated. Sometimes I hate it, but we both know life never wants to play fair. 'Cause baby, I done had a million dreams. Could name a million things, a million reasons you shouldn't leave. Oh, you shouldn't leave. Baby, I done had a million dreams. Could name a million things, a million reasons you shouldn't leave. Oh, you shouldn't leave. They say it's not about where you've been, it's all about where you're going. I'm going all the way to the end. I'll end up on a trip across the ocean, only just to see you again. Yeah. Only to see you again. Yeah, yeah. 'Cause I just wanna know what we could be, you and me. My dreams say we, but I just wanna know what we could you're here. Do we even care? If dreams came true, you wouldn't go anywhere. So overrated. Sometimes I hate it, but we both know life never wants to play fair. Cause baby, I done had a million dreams, could name a million things, a million reasons you shouldn't leave. Oh, you shouldn't leave. Baby, I done had a million dreams, could name a million things, a million reasons you shouldn't leave. Oh, you shouldn't leave.
What is your name?
I am Sierra Sellers.
What is your favorite animal and why?
My favorite animal is a dolphin because my mother loved dolphins, and I don't know, when I was younger, I just wanted to be like her so much that I kind of accumulated all of her interests in everything.
How would you describe your music?
I would describe my music to be in the realm of neo-soul, where it has a lot of jazz, hip-hop, R&B influences.
How has the pandemic affected your artistry?
This pandemic has affected my artistry in many ways. Spikes of creativity as well as valleys of feeling stuck and that I don't have any content to pull from, experience to pull from.
What song will you be singing today, and what is the inspiration behind it?
I will be singing my song Ophelia, and the inspiration behind it is actually the street in Oakland and reminiscing on the memories that I've made there with some beautiful people.
Where can we find your music?
You can find my music on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, YouTube, SoundCloud, all them.
Worst luck, like cursed love. Know that I've been hurt some, but worse off than this. What's up with this? I just want some clarity, some inner peace. I know that you'll be feeling me. Synergy's too real to deny it. So why would you try? Something in the way you speak, the way you treat, you bring this heat on me. Something about the way you are, you've made me fall, you've made it hard to be with anybody else ever. Yeah, don't want anybody else ever. Hold up, pause it, I'm caught up, I'm stalling, afraid of the nonsense things I might say that get in the way of everything I wanted, yeah. Everything I wanted, yeah. Something in the way you speak, the way you treat, you bring this heat on me. Something about the way you are, you've made me fall, you've made it hard to be with anybody else ever. Yeah, I don't want anybody else ever. La 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 Something in the way you speak, the way you
My name is Paul Luke.
What is your favorite animal and why?
I mean, I think the stereotypical answer is, a dog. I've had a dog in kind of every major phase of my life, from, childhood, teenage years, college, adulthood, but it's a little cliche. So I would say probably a sea otter. You can be having like a terrible day, and if you see a sea otter just kind of floating on its back with little prayer hands, you have to feel just marginally better. So I'll go with that.
How would you describe your music?
I don't describe it often. I kind of let it describe itself. But I do get kind of lumped into the Americana category. And I'm not even 100% sure what that is, but I think it's just an amalgamation of traditionally American music, whether that's, blues, bluegrass, country, just even rock and roll, which emanated from blues, but just not strictly in one of those categories. It's just kind of little elements of those all kind of blended into what I do.
How has the pandemic affected your artistry?
I think we're going to find out. In the near term, obviously I didn't tour this year, and, everything kind of ground to a halt in terms of playing shows and putting out a new record, which just wasn't worth it, I think, as an independent artist if I can't be on the road supporting it. I'm working on some new music now, so I think we'll find out exactly how it affected the art of it. And I sort of suspect that because we weren't, or at least I wasn't out having kind of external experiences, I think that it kind of forced me a little further in my own mind. So I think it'll probably be, result in a little bit more introspective music, but I guess we'll find out.
What song will you be singing today, and what is the inspiration behind it?
I'm singing a song off my last record called Fork in My Road. It's what I would call a hotel song. Most songwriters have them. You're kind of on the road, sitting around by yourself, maybe in a hotel or wherever you are, thinking about a person or a place. In this case, it was a person. And yeah, it explains itself. I don't really remember writing the song, but I remember kind of having a demo of it and playing with Reed Connolly, who's a Pittsburgh-based pedal steel and guitar player. And he put a part to it, and I kind of listened to it just on a little cell phone recording and thought I could put this on a record, and I did.
Where can we find your music?
Anywhere that you find your music, I think I'm out there probably. It's amazing that people still do want hard copies of actual vinyl. And so if you're looking for something tangible, I have a website at just paulluke.com, and it's been great to be shipping those things out to people all over the country, especially during this past year. So.
Fork in my road, I wonder where our waves of time have rolled. At every fork in my road, you're the ink that pens my poetry and prose. I'm a rambler, I suppose, but when I'm sick for a home, you should know that I always think about you at every fork in my. A mirage I'll always chase, elusive as heat waves that radiate from this worn out interstate. The exit sign shimmers and shakes just like I waver in between these nuts and bolts. And I always think about you, but I wonder where our waves of time have rolled. As I retrace the wide lines along our road, I'm the cons and you're the pros. You're good luck and I'm black crows. You're the anchor that I need, yet I oppose. But I'll always think about you at every fork in my road.
What is your name?
My name is Michael Smalls.
What is your favorite animal and why?
I actually don't have a favorite animal just because the animal kingdom is literally littered with like amazing animals. You know what I mean? For each and every different type of situation you can have, there's an alpha and a beta. There's somebody who's a predator, there's somebody who's prey, there's somebody who's on the top of the food chain, not. And so, you know, like the hierarchy changes depending on what you're looking for.
How would you describe your art?
My artistry is almost like a language. I like to think that the words that I use are kind of a bridge between feeling, understanding, comprehension, like all of those. So when I speak, I like to make sure that people feel, hear, see, taste, experience what I'm talking about because they come from real experiences.
How has the pandemic affected your artistry?
It's made me make real decisions. A lot of times we can blame not doing something on the amount of things we have to do in our day. I have to do this and this and this. That's why I didn't do X, Y, and Z. When you take away distractions, you have real decisions. Do you want to do this or do you not? And it's actually made me realize that loving something requires you to nurture it. So you water the seeds that you want to grow, and it's definitely been an eye-opener.
What piece will you be performing today, and what is the inspiration behind it?
So the piece that I'll be performing today is called Safety. The inspiration behind it comes from knowing your worth, but being afraid that other people won't see it. We all come from some type of past. A lot of times we're worried that people will see our scars as ugly and not as victories. So that's where this kind of comes from.
Where can we find your work?
So you can find me on Facebook at Michael Smalls. You can find me on Instagram at New Outlook 89, all one word. You can also find a lot of my poetry on Instagram at Sapio Senses, sapio.senses. You can find me on TikTok at Mr.I'mHim. You can find me on YouTube at Sapio Senses or New Outlook 89 and Twitter at New Outlook 89. This probably won't go as planned, but try if you must. The imagery of you conquering what you see standing before you is undoubtedly the most misleading part of your imagination you've ever had the misfortune of experiencing. You see, that mirage that paints pictures in front of your intention is leaving you with false hope, misplaced confidence, and ill-gotten information. Flattery is just the thorn on the side of the rose of admiration, but you know nothing about me. And sadly, that'll be your biggest downfall. But try your hardest. Lay siege to these walls built from fire and brimstone, steel and strength. The harder you push, the harder the defense. Because a compliment from an enemy is just as sneaky as a knife from a friend. Not often enough do we see them coming. So this fortress will only be invaded by invitation. And if you were meant to be on the other side of this wall, then prove it. Because I have yet to meet anybody who could climb faster than I can build while protecting these once great relics of a kingdom's past. I would be in disbelief if you were able to see the true worth in what remains. These jumbled remains tell a story that only royalty would be able to see clearly. Most get a glimpse of what they think is a graveyard filled with ghostly strategies and failed attempts. Poor planning is always transparent, but patience and perseverance put together is the key. And like rocks to a wall, these puzzle pieces have their place, so put those two together. I've always pushed forward. I've never been weak enough to do nothing. And I've always been strong enough to be still. Show me you know the difference. Show me that you have vision. Be strong enough to swing soft enough to tear down these walls. Be smart enough to hold the rubble like they are rubies, with the intention of helping me rebuild these once great relics, with a defense that not even you could escape, even if you wanted to. But assure me you would never want to. Because though I can never be conquered, that does not mean that we cannot rule.
What is your name?
My name is Loren.
What is your favorite animal and why?
My favorite animal is a panda, and that's because they look like so cuddly and sweet, but they're one of like the most vicious bears. And I always related to that. I felt like I was always very frail and small, but I could get vicious.
How would you describe your music?
I make pop soul music. It took me a while to figure that out, but I'm really inspired by artists like Taylor Swift, but the smooth, soulful sounds of artists like Sam Cooke. So I make pop soul.
How has the pandemic affected your artistry?
The pandemic has changed my artistry a lot. I lost a lot of shows, a lot of just money that I anticipated coming. But it pushed me and forced me to get back to the basics, to the roots of why I love to create music, just to get back in my notebook and get back into my little personal studio and rough it for a little while. So I've definitely been affected, but there has been a bright side to it for sure.
What song will you be singing today, and what is the inspiration behind it?
The song I'm singing today is called Sinner, and I wrote this song as a testimony song. I think I'm someone who's made, if I'm honest, just a heck of a lot of mistakes, and I can really just relate to people who just feel like they're not good enough to follow God and to change. So I wrote a song about that, just being a sinner and still being good enough to change and become who I want to be. So the song is Sinner, and I hope you absolutely freaking love it.
Where can we find your music?
You can find my music. You can follow me on Instagram at love_Loren, and you can find me on Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud, anywhere. You can find my link tree in my bio on Instagram, and voila, there I am.
Yourself, Father, forgive what they do, 'cause they do not know. Give us your healing. We much liquor like Noah, been in too deep like Jonah. And when I think I can't get up again, that's when you come show up, you show up. Yahweh, 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 you made our way, Yahweh, 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 you made our way, Yahweh, 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 you made our way, Yahweh, 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 you made our way. Here without sin, cast the first stone. Quick to judge, where's the love? You ain't fooling no one. Lord have mercy. Only you are worthy. I was Judas within, and I had the gun loaded. I was safe but didn't show it. Ay, blessing didn't notice. If it wasn't for you, oh, I'd still be lost. Now I got my cross following you, Lord. Yahweh, 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 you made our way, Yahweh, 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 you made our way, Yahweh, 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 you made our way, Yahweh, 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 you made our way. Say hallelujah, oh hallelujah, hallelujah, Yahweh, Yahweh, hallelujah, hallelujah, hey, Yahweh, 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 you made our way, Yahweh, 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 you made our way, Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in to No Covers. Special thank you to all the phenomenal artists and our sponsor, This Is Red. Peace out. Woo!